Hey everybody, I'm here today. We went rockhounding and we're right here at the Columbia River, so we just went on down to where the rocks were, started looking through them. And while I was down there, I got to thinking, it's like, this is so different than rockhounding anywhere else in Oregon or Washington. Well, I don't know, this is pretty similar to a lot of where I have rockhounded in Washington so far. And I realized you can never tell what you're going to find when you come to the Columbia area and just start picking up rocks and start looking at them. And so I got to thinking about it because I've watched several videos now from all kinds of different people in the area that's been here longer than me, because I've been trying to learn like where and what am I finding and what is this and where did it come from and how did it form, and so I've always had a lot of questions. And then I realized, well, here I am. I'm at the Columbia River. So let's just look. Let's see where it came from. So I pulled up my maps and I started just following it. And from what they say that, like, the Columbia has always done that typical back and forth that a river will do over time. And then it also got interrupted by glaciers, where glaciers came down and pushed it. And these are the areas that a lot of these rocks are probably coming from, up here in Canada or above. And I just find it fascinating because they're so varied and they're so different from anywhere else I've been rockhounding. It's a lot of fun to come out here and just kind of look around and see what you can find. Did y'all see that? That was something called Jasper National Park in Canada. Might have to go there. Ooh, agate. So, but while I was out here, because it was really windy, it's been windy the last few days through this gorge, and at least on my end of it, I realized, I've been from one end of it to the other at this point. And so I started thinking about it. It's like, well, let me get some of my examples out. Like this one up here at the top right now, that one came from the beach. I just found that at the beach, all the way on the Oregon coast. Somehow it made its way there. And then these are coming from more the Columbia area around Portland. And my husband brought these home to me, where he'd picked them up. And then, and they are definitely agates. A little bit of both in there. I love that one. And this one we found right here. My little girl found it. We were just doing the same thing that we're doing today. Is just walking around, getting some exercise and rockhounding a little bit. And there it was, just glowing in the sun. And that one's a little bit closer to what I guess you would probably find the CBAs that you find up in Kennewick and stuff. Now these right here are the ones that I literally just picked up, the ones that I decided to bring home, that I have questions about. Like, is this going to be a Jasper? How did this happen? Does it go all the way through? I don't know if I'll ever know. I may just stumble it. And this one I have a lot of questions on. I don't know if it's quartz. Oh. Okay, this may be an agate, actually. I think I see some lines there at the top. Maybe not the whole agate. Maybe just like a partial. Or maybe it is the whole agate. I'm not sure. But I think it's a pretty good find. And then my little girl found this one. I think this is a big old opal. And it's got the beautiful yellows and light tan, brown, and white. And then it had a pocket of druzy. Oh, and then the last piece that we found, which was like a a piece of the glass. Very pretty glass, I think.